A very, very good afternoon to you all over the world. This Blue Radio Kenya. And of course, we are live from the beautiful port city of Mombasa. DJs are running your favorite show this and every Super Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. You know how we do. Bring to you some good and amazing good vibes, and inshallah, bring to you some good and amazing guests in the building. Bring to you some good conversations in the building. Of course, right about now, it is that very time. And of course, that very guest that you've been anxiously waiting for. Allow me to introduce to you my first guest in the studios this afternoon. Talk about one Javan Changer representing Coast of Fashion Modeling Awards. Crowning change. This afternoon we are doing nothing but crowning change. It's all about Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards, ladies and gentlemen. And the very person, this is a very gentleman who is well known. This guy is well known. He's well known. He's not famous, but he is well known. Huyu jamaa ukipiga naye picha unaweza kuchukua nayo loan. Ukipiga naye picha unaweza kwenda pale KCB Bank uambie jamani namjua huyu Changer. The Conqueror, the Lion is here. Namjua huyu Changer. Jamani mnipe loan ya milioni 2. Watakupa. Of course, that very guest is in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to introduce himself. Karibu sana His Excellency, His Peckness. Karibu sana bana.
Asante sana.
How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. It feels nice to be at Blue Radio.
How's the feeling? How's the environment? How you feeling the environment?
I can feel the change. It's you guys are doing great.
Right.
I think this is what we call growth.
Absolutely.
The real definition of growth.
Right.
Congrats to this management.
It is inevitable. Sure. It is
inevitable.
Right. So we are really happy to have you this afternoon, Mr. CEO, Javan Changer. Or maybe mahali si uanzia pale ni kwenye introduction pale. For the benefit of our listener who's getting you for the first time, I would love to know who's a Changer. The Conqueror, the Lion is here. Who is Changer? Changer. Mbona Changer? Una to confuse.
Majina yangu kamili nilipewa na mamangu ni Javan Rollins Otieno. Mimi natoka Nyanza.
Ushaanza. Baba tune pole. Mosmos. Mosmos. Krinkunkranka mingi. Pole. All right.
Toka upande wa Nyanza. Homa Bay, the county of choice.
Wow.
So Mombasa nilikuja kazi. And that's why we're here.
Haukuja kuangalia magorofa na kuhesabu magari. Hukuja kuangalia maji ya bahari. Ulikuja mboka doba.
Yeah,
interesting.
We left home to change home.
Absolutely.
So we are here for, I do events. I'm an event organizer.
Right.
I'm an administrator at Let's Voice Podcast. I do a lot of things. I always call myself an entrepreneur.
Right.
Yes, and the CEO and the founder of Changer Fusions, an event company that is hosting the much anticipated event that will be happening on August.
Right.
That is the Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards. We will be hosting all the youths across Coast region on 15th of August in Mombasa.
Right.
City Blue Creek Side Hotel.
Wow. Fantastic. So we also understand that Mr. Changer, you are a lover of fashion. Where did this entire interest come from? When did you just discover, man, mambo na fashion maze, mambo na modeling maze, this is my thing?
Yeah, I got to love fashion first with what I see fashion doing. The impact that fashion is doing to our society.
Right.
For example, with fashion, somebody can take something that is already more of a waste.
Right.
And then they convert it into something else. For example, if you look at our designers, whatever they design for us, more so when it comes to real fashion.
Right.
It's something else because they take what we may have disposed and then they convert it into something else.
Right.
You know, that is more of bringing change out of something that is already a waste.
Right, like so the Ricky Bags Africa, they do.
Exactly. Right. I love what Ricky Bags are doing. I love what because fashion is not just about purchasing a material and then converting it to something you can have. But it is about bringing something into context from scratch, from designing it and everything. So I think my interest a lot came with that aspect. And then I've been mentored by one of the guys. He's called Remy Boy. Remy Boy was my friend and my close friend back in Homa Bay. Yeah, and he was Mr. Mbita. I loved how he used to, put fashion a step ahead, and I learned a lot from him. So that is when I also learned about events. I learned that through fashion and events, we can create a platform for the youths. For example, if we wake up today and have a platform like Miss Universe, this is something that does not exist, but it is a platform that is created for a youth to use to go and open some doors. If somebody today, Miss Mombasa, knocks to the door of the governor of Mombasa County and says that I am the Miss Mombasa, she will get an audience compared to if she went there just as a person. So for with these fashion and events, I think this is an area that, being an advocate of youth empowerment, it's a platform that I really wish I would even do more about it, create more and more platforms for these youths to learn, for these youths to also get to connect and interact.
Wow. Yes. Beautiful. Javan Changer, just like the name itself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's today's episode of the exclusive listening party, Blue Radio Kenya. DJ's Arena. With me, your host with the most, Mc Wuodanita. You know how we do this and every Super Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. This is how we do. So this afternoon, we just want to remind you that stop thinking about change. Instead, you need to start acting change. Stop thinking about change. Start acting change. Because the conqueror, the lion, is here. The changer himself is here. If you don't get it, forget about it. So Javan Changer, we have Changer Fusion. Of course, we also understand that you are more into fashion events, right? And you are a fashion events guru. Yani kama ni event ya fashion, mtu anataka kuorganize event yake ya fashion, bana majamaa, mpenzi msikilizaji, mtafute huu bwana. Haangushi. Yani from scratch anakuorganize hiyo event yako ya fashion mpaka mwisho. Mpigie simu Javan Changer. Atapeana social media handles zake tukimalizia kule mwisho. Alright, Javan Changer. You also more of into fashion events, and of course for a complete fashion event, for an event that is related to fashion to be complete. Tunaona watu wana organize events za fashion lakini zinakaa ni kama events hizi zingine. Unaona?
Yeah.
As in it doesn't totally go in line with fashion. Yani watu wana organize to fashion events, yani hobela, yani bora wameorganize fashion event. They don't really understand maybe the very the technical know-how that is in this entire organization. But now we have one Javan Changer, and of course just talking about a complete fashion event. What does it constitute?
A good question. Different organizers have different objectives as to why they're doing fashion events.
Right.
And that is why we always say everything is just because of the objective.
Right.
So if you have an objective, for example, just to do an event, put people together, collect money and move. There are those who are not interested in leaving the impact.
Right.
And I think that is one thing that I always try very best. As much as I have not achieved it venye inafaa, but it's always my pleasure and my wish that one day it becomes a success. That when you do an event, let that impact the society. Even if it's going to impact 2 or 3 people, let it impact the society. So for a complete fashion event, for example, we need to have the real fashion into it. For example, for the Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards, the first bit of it forms the bigger part of the event. That is bringing designers together. We have invited designers from Nairobi, from the 6 counties of the coast region. We want them to bring the different designs that they do. First of all, we are trying to intermarry this because you learn that the kind of fashion that we have in Lamu is very different to the kind of fashion we have in Malindi.
Right.
Very different to the fashion that we have in Mombasa.
Right.
Now, if you bring all these designers together, maybe 3 or 4 designers from these different counties, what they will learn from the different people is may constitute something different, but again, they will learn something out of it.
Right.
At the end of the day, it is also a platform for our designers from here to also learn from them. For example, we have a very serious designer. She's a lady, but still very young, coming up. The brand is called Higher Levels.
Right, Higher Levels.
Higher Levels.
Yeah, I think I know about the brand.
Yes.
Right.
If you look at the designs that these people are doing, they're very unique.
Right.
And if you look at it, you just say this is from Higher Levels. And whatever Higher Levels is doing, it's really impacting the society. Like yesterday, we had an event at Shimolatewa. We were celebrating talents and skills.
Right.
And there were those in fashion, and they're doing a lot. Those women are doing a lot in the prison.
Right.
That a shout out to the officers there, because whatever they're doing for those women, it's very great because it's impacting their lives.
Right.
Higher Levels managed to design these ladies, and they were looking awesome. They were looking awesome. You could look at them and you're confused if really there were those inmates that were inside there.
Right.
So a very big shout out, I think, to Higher Levels. Whatever they're doing for the fashion industry is great, and it constitutes that bringing idea, okay,
right,
putting an idea on the table,
right,
shaping it into what people may think, and then now curating it.
Right. Wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is One Changer himself. Ladies and gentlemen, inside our today's episode of the exclusive listening party, CEO himself, representing a Coast of Fashion and Modeling Awards in the building. We'll be also talking about much more about the Coast of Fashion and Modeling Awards. 2026 edition is your way. The second edition. We had the first edition in 2025, and this year we are having the 2026 edition. I don't know what you're feeling about this event. We have the one CEO in the building. Advice mujieke. Izo advice mujieke. Hizo advice bana mjieke. Hizo advice bana mjieke. Hati yo mara Wuodanita, usikunywe mshahara yote. Wuodanita ni weekendi, usimalize rent. Tafadhali please. I beg please. Leo ni weekendi. Leo ni Saturday, ukinipata ni kwa Al Capone ni wachi. Landlord tukikutana Clabios ni wache. Hizo advice ujiweke. This one is mjieke. Furthermore, featuring Omar Sauti Kenya, aka Kong, alongside Calligraph Jones, aka the OG, the real OG himself, playing right here inside the Blue Radio Kenya. So one more time, welcome back again and again. This is your favorite show, the Big Mad Show. DJ Zarena with me, Mc Wuodanita, your host with the most. And of course, inside our today's episode of the exclusive listening party, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in case you don't know, you better know this one. We are having the one and only, this man. It's all about change. This man, ukiangalia posts zake, he talks about nothing but change. Yani, this guy, whenever he wakes up, he's eating change. Whenever he's sleeping change. Whenever he's dressing, he's putting on change. He's dressing change. Whenever he's walking change. Of course, it's all about fashion. In case you are also a fashion enthusiast, in case you are a lover of modeling and fashion, Maze, I think this is the right conversation for you. This is the right place for you to be this afternoon. Of course, we are having the one and only CEO himself, representing Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards, Maze. You know, it's simply wanasema bana, slogan yao ni crowning change. Tutajua ni kwa nini wana crown change. What change are you crowning? No, tell us, what change are you crowning? We want to know. All right, one changer.
Yes, sir.
Tunaendelea mzuri zaidi. Songea karibu na mic. Tunaendelea mzuri sana, tena mzuri tena sana zaidi. All right. So talking about Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards. Tulikuwa pale na first edition. 2026 is here. We are having things getting done. We are having the second edition. Kuna mtu anashangaa amegongana na hizi posters. Sijui tunasikia tuko na msanii yupi mkubwa, tuko na nani, sijui nani watakuwa. Tell us something about this Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards.
All right. Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards this year ilianza kama platform tu ya kushukuru vijana wenye wanatumia vipaji zao. For example, we have MCs, we have DJs. Kwa sababu tuko na big awards.
Right.
Tuseme kama Kalasha Awards.
Right.
Mtu kama mimi kitambo nifike kiwango cha kushindana Kalasha Awards, ita take time. So tuliona badala ya vijana mashinani kungoja all that period, it's important that we have a platform hapa ground, but isikuwe tu ya vijana na wenye wanatumia talanta zao, lakini tuingize mpaka modeling.
Right.
Because today modeling is it's a profession.
Right.
It's a career.
Right.
There's somebody taking home big chunks of money just because of modeling.
Sure.
So it's also a sector that we have to, though it has not been embraced a lot in our coastal regions.
Right.
I appreciate Malindi is doing great. And I also have to recognize that Coast has the best models.
Right.
And these models, all they need is that platform. Let's not just focus on the institutional platforms. For example, Mr. and Miss Toom, Mr.
Right.
and Miss, those institutions.
Right.
We want mtu akishamaliza shule anaenda wapi. They need to also get that platform. So that is why we created this platform.
Right.
And the reason why our slogan is crowning change. After being Miss Mombasa, after being Miss Kilifi, after being Miss Pwani University,
right,
what are you doing with that title? Are you impacting the society? Is there anything that you're doing to the society? Because you're not giving that crown just because you're beautiful. And people confuse modeling because they think nishaiona mtu ametrolliwa sana kwa sababu people thought yeye si mrembo. So they're like, mbona huyu si mrembo na ndiye amepewa hii? So it didn't sound so well, but modeling is beyond beauty.
Right.
It goes all the way to creativity, to the mindset. So you're crowned because of your creativity,
right,
your mindset, your critical thinking and
right,
everything.
Right.
And then you go sit down with that crown. You're not doing anything. What are you doing with it?
Right.
So that is why we're really trying to have that platform that can appreciate them, so that somebody can feel, even if I do something, at the end of the day, somebody is going to recognize it.
Right.
And that is why we have 33 categories at Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards. Next year, God willing, we'd also want to increase them because we learned that there are those that we've left out.
Right.
We'd also want to see a platform where this would seem like we are shouting out our actions before we take them, but we also want to see a fashion event in Mombasa,
right,
that would be held even for 3 to 4 days. We have platforms like in other counties that are doing fashion so well.
Right.
Why can't we embrace fashion in Mombasa? So we also want to use this Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards to be a platform where fashion is recognized, fashion is appreciated, because hata wewe ulipoamka asubuhi,
right,
ulikaa chini ukafikiria hata nivae hii na hii, it goes with that.
Right.
That creativity that you have,
right,
while you're dressing already, that is fashion.
Right.
That is, you can't just wake up in the morning and say acha tu nichukue hii na hii.
Right.
You see, and we have people who are doing so well in Coast region. I think Coast has very good mindsets. If you look at platforms that are growing, for example, the Dynamic Trio, we have one legend called Don the Designer.
Right, Don the Designer, right.
Yes. These are people who only need these platforms so that they can be recognized, they can be appreciated. And Skumoja, they'll be the Bolo Bespoke of Coast region.
Wow.
They will be the Bolo Bespokes of this country.
Right.
Watakuwa sasa fundi ni wawili ama watatu.
Right.
Hatutaki tubaki
si mmoja. Wewe ukiamka asubuhi fundi ni mmoja Afrika, ukilala jioni fundi ni mmoja. At least to mix to watu waingia hapo katikati, tukiwe na mafundi kadhaa.
Yes. Yes. So that is what we are looking at.
Swali ni moja, huyu fundi mmoja anafanya kazi saa ngapi?
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.
That is the great thing that we're trying to do with this platform.
Right.
And we learned that last year we held it, and it was very successful. Last year we managed to host Kelechi Africana as our guest artist.
Wow.
this year we want to embrace coast.
You are aiming higher.
Yeah, we are aiming higher.
Right, charity begins at home.
While
anyway.
also promoting the coastal
absolutely.
artist. Yes,
right.
So we are yet to reveal the artists that we're bringing.
Right.
We don't want to support them. We don't want to. This time around, we want to give a girl child an opportunity to perform on the stage for the Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards. Yeah, and we're grateful that we have stakeholders who are ready to come on board.
Right.
For example, Blue Radio is partnering with us. Thank you very much.
Interesting.
Yeah, we have the county government of Kilifi.
Right.
They're willing to partner with us. We are yet to confirm if the governor would be attending the event as well.
Right.
Mombasa County, we are in conversations as well. So we're looking forward, and we appreciate the support. I cannot go without mentioning, hey, Let's Voice podcast. The CEO, they have really supported us.
Wow.
And it's going to be marvelous. It's going to be great. We had an audition in the month of April.
Right.
The audition was successful.
Right.
So right now we have people looking for votes outside there. So I would also request people to keep voting for them. If you know what you're doing. For example, Wuodanita is a radio presenter.
Right.
Wuodanita is also an MC.
Right.
I have interacted with Wuodanita.
Right.
If Wuodanita tells me I have been nominated at such and such award for the best MC,
right,
or the best radio presenter,
right,
I would vote for him because I know what he's doing.
Right.
So we want people who know these models and these creative arts out there to keep voting for them, so that we can crown the change. They are wao ndio kama judges wetu.
Right.
Before sisi tuwalete kwa the normal judging.
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful. Also cruising the internet. Naona pale kuna mtu ananitumia ujumbe mfupi. Mc Wuodanita, mimi Wuodanita siachwi nyuma. Mimi hiyo Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards, I would love to be part and parcel of it. Wuodanita, how can I be part of this award ceremony? Wuodanita, najua inaje? Tuko na CEO hapa tawajibu. CEO, bado kuna vacancy ama it is closed?
Oh. For the awards, it's closed.
Nominations
zilishaisha.
Closed, everything closed.
Yes.
Saizi ni kura, watu wanapiga kura. Tukingoja ile nyakati za ndovu kuliwa.
Yes.
Nyakati za ndovu kumla mwanawe.
Exactly.
Wow, beautiful. One Javan Changer, ladies and gentlemen, representing CEO Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards in the building. It's all about crowning change. So, Mr. Changer.
Yes.
Anytime when someone looks at your post, it's all about change. And also your slogan, Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards, you are crowning change. Why are you talking about change each and every time? Why change?
You will agree with me that change is inevitable.
Right.
And in everything that you do, we must change how we do things to get something done better.
Wow.
You see? And for one reason or the other, I always believe that I am that change. I am that change that I need to see 10 years from now.
Right.
So everything I do, I always want to leave a positive impact. And that is why I call myself Changer. And I would want to resonate with anything that has positive change. Because at the end of the day, Wuodanita, we have to change to have a better tomorrow.
Right.
If, for example, our grandfathers would have slept, maybe today we wouldn't be having this freedom. If Raila Odinga, may his soul rest in eternal peace, if he would have assumed that we don't need change in this country, we don't need democracy in this country,
right,
we need to be having the freedom to even be mentioning some names in these platforms. So I think each and every person owes the society positive impact.
Right.
And that change is the positive impact. So that is why everything I do, every day when I wake up in the morning, I always want to put a smile to somebody's face. You cannot put a smile to somebody's face without changing something in their life.
Definitely.
Hata ukimnunulia peremende,
haiwezi.
Already you've put change into their,
right.
You know, so for me, that is what inspires me. And I appreciate the fact that the society is accepting me as a champion of change.
Right.
And that is what I'm planning to go with. That is what I'm planning to do. Everything I do, just around change.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I love it how it is so interesting how some other people remove the best out of the rest. It is really amazing, removing the best out of someone. You make someone become the best version of him or herself. Exactly. That is super interesting, super amazing, super beautiful. And of course, I believe you have interacted with quite a number of models ever since you began this movement. You know, Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards is now a movement. Sure. Ever since it began, it is now a movement because the numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. The writings are on the walls. Sure. To whoever can read them. Yeah. You understand? So I also believe you have interacted with quite a number of models. Could you please just give us that inspiring story of that model mwenye yani mazee uliona kitoka chini mpaka mtu akafika stage nyingine mazee sasa ndo huyo tupatie story ya model moja mwenye kuna watu wanasikiza pia wao pia wako interested na modeling, wangependa kujoin CFM Awards, wangependa kukuwa part of Changer Fusion.
All right, it's good, that's a very nice thing. I would want to give the story of somebody mwenye nimeona akigrow in modeling.
Right.
I don't know if they're okay me mentioning their names, but because I believe we're friends, so they're not gonna take it personal.
Right.
Number one is Anita Merrill. She was Miss Beta.
Right.
Merrill, while she was Miss Beta, I was in Beta. I was just a border person.
Right.
So I used to do these impactful events as well. So we get to interact. And I was introduced to her by her mom.
Right.
So she tells Miss Javan, nimechaguliwa Miss Beta, what do I do?
Right.
Nitafanya nini na crown?
Nifanye aje?
Yes, how do I move forward? So I told her, Meryl, let's sit down, let's register a foundation called Meryl Foundation.
Meryl Foundation.
Yes, and then she tells me, no, if I do it with my name, people will, the fee and everything. So we sat down, I became her coordinator and her PA by then, and then we just did our things, and we successfully managed to register a foundation, but we did not use the name Meryl. We used Dreams Evolution Foundation.
Right.
We launched the foundation and it was successful, and you can imagine who was our guest of honor for the launch. She was the current women rep Homa Bay County.
Wow.
By then she was at Kisumu County government. I think she was the Minister for Roads, if I'm not wrong.
Right.
So she attended our event and she inspired us a lot, and we pushed. Right now as we speak, that foundation is paying school fees for some students.
Wow.
Right now as we speak, Meryl is doing great outside there.
Wow.
So I grew, left the foundation, got my own brand, and today we are running parallel organizations, but we're doing so well. So Meryl managed to become the first runners-up Miss Tourism,
right,
Homa Bay County.
Wow.
That was after Aska,
right,
who was the reigning Miss Tourism, Homa Bay County.
Right.
And you can imagine the job that Aska is doing today. She's not in the country.
Right.
Just because of modeling. Same to Meryl. She moves around this country.
Right.
Just because of modeling.
Wow.
So modeling is a career. It's also moved. Back to Mombasa. The former Miss Toom.
Right.
She's called Tess. I'm very proud of that girl.
Right.
As we speak today, she's one of the top 30 successful Miss Universe contestants.
Wow.
So just from being Miss Toom.
Big shout out to Tess, by the way. Najua mtoto aki-hit the stage. Baba utapenda. Beautiful. Amazing. Yani mautamu. Mtoto, unajua modeling is fun.
Yeah.
Modeling is so sweet. Modeling, fashion is so amazing. Fashion is so sweet. How I wish someone else could have known this. You know, I'm always a lover of fashion.
I know.
Fashion ni tamu. Maze. Oh, okay. Tudele.
So, somebody like Tess being Miss Toom, she has gone beyond what she thinks modeling is, and today she's going to represent not just Mombasa,
right,
Coast region.
Wow.
As Miss Universe. On Monday they begin their boot camp. Aki mina muombea mema ashinde. Akileta hiyo crown nyumbani, tutamleta hapo.
Ule mtoto ni mbaya, ni mbaya. Mimi nishakwambia Changer, hiyo kikombe inakuja 001.
Tunataka sana.
Na Mombasa tuwezi kubali hiyo kikombe, hiyo crown iende kwingine.
Yeah. Na tunaomba the county government of Mombasa and any stakeholder who's listening to me outside there. We have models who are doing great, and these platforms can change their lives.
Sure.
For example, I was having a conversation with Jess yesterday, and akikupea the kind of requirements that is inahitajika. Also the dress code, they're really expensive, and they're really a lot. So if our county government could just embrace fashion and modeling as something very key and important to this economy, they would support these talents, they would support these skills, by even sponsoring them. You see, mtu akishatoka hapa anaenda ku represent Mombasa County at Miss Universe Kenya, they should be fully sponsored by the county government of Mombasa, also even the Department of Youth. So it's also a call that the county governments can embrace fashion so that we can have something great for these youths. It's a very good platform, because from there, then now they're going to represent the country outside the country, But it's very unfortunate that most of these times somebody would only be recognized when they win and they come back.
Sure.
Akishatoka huko nje, amengangana huko chini kote, akifika huko nje, akishinda sasa kirudi, that is when we want to recognize them. Ni kama we are giving flowers when they're too late.
Sure.
Can we keep supporting these models even at the grassroots level?
Okay.
That would be my plea to anybody who's outside.
Wow. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, one CEO, Javan Changer, representing Coast Fashion and Modeling Awards in the building. Hashtag crowning change. Hashtag fashion. Hashtag mazi Coast of Fashion and Modeling Awards 2026. Mazi, if you're not here, uko wapi? Mimi nauliza swali ni jamu, uko wapi? Sana shamba siku zombo, sana shamba siku zote. 001 to the world, Mombasa to the world, Coast region to the world. This one is Makamanda, brand new banger, East, playing right here. It's your favorite urban radio station, the Blue Radio Kenya. So one more time, in case you're locking in right now, remember this is our last gear. And of course, inside our today's episode of the exclusive listening party, it's all about fashion. In case you are a lover of fashion, you are a lover of modeling. Kama unapenda mambo na modeling hivi, mambo na fashion hivi, this we got you covered. We got you covered this afternoon, and of course we have the one and only Javan Changer in the building. Pom. Stop thinking, change. Start doing what?
Change.
Start acting,
change.
All right, Changer. Yes. Umesema ulianza na bodaboda. Alafu ukawa CEO. Yani from grass to grace. Ulianza na brr. Saizi weni unaandika tu ma-checkbook. Imekuhaje bro? Tupe siri.
Ni God.
Tupe siri. Hawezi toka kwa boda alafu unakuwa CEO. Ulisikia wapi? Tupe siri.
I think ni God, kuomba ni kitu ya kwanza. La pili, believing in hard work.
Okay.
Wuodanita, I've known you for some time.
Right.
You're somebody who sijui kama boss wako anajua, lakini
you're listening to Blue Radio. Bringing the vibe.
Unaamua kumwaga kuku wengi penye mtama kidogo, si ndio? Umesema usiku
kazi yuko ku MC. Hype man. That is what cost mzima inakujua. Najua hata sijui kama ni wengi wanajua unakwanga hapa, lakini that is hard work.
Yeah. We are working for and from the future.
Yes. I believe we will rest.
Right.
But not now.
Sure.
So for me, that is what has been moving me. In fact, it's also by God's grace.
Right.
My mom prays for me a lot. Whenever I'm in a problem, or whenever I feel so, upset, she prays for me. Mungu tu azidi kumlinda for me.
Right.
I would want to impact her life
Super interesting. Wow. Jamani, Mungu amlinde mama popote alipo. Jamani mama, Mungu akuweke. Sana. Amina tena nyingi sana.
Yeah.
Right.
Another thing is just having people who believe in you.
Sure.
When you have an idea, I think one thing that has come so clean. You see people post a lot of things on social media.
Right.
Mtu atapost kitu moja yenye ukiangalia unaona ni ujinga fulani. But somebody will believe in it, pick it up, and then it becomes something big.
Right.
So for me, I think it has been God's grace that I get people who believe in me.
Right.
I would want to appreciate somebody, Lillian. She's called Lillian Wanyama. Lillian Wanyama is my mentor. That woman has walked with me the journey. She guides me. She gives me the opportunities. She takes me to tables that I really think singeingia bila yeye.
Right.
Mungu tu azidi kumlinda pia. So having people who believe in you as well and believe in your capability, believe in what you're doing. And today, as Changer Fusions, I also got one brother.
Right.
It's called Alex. Alex is a tech designer.
Right.
He believed in my vision.
Right.
I explained everything to him. He didn't ask me for a cent. He didn't ask me for anything. He just told me, tell me what you want.
Right.
Let's create this company.
Right.
We created the company Changer Fusions. And today, this is a company that can run marketing.
Wow.
For any brand outside there.
Super interesting.
Today, this is a company that can plan an event.
Right.
From pre-event analysis.
Right.
To post-event.
Wow.
From creating a concept note all the way to everything. This is a company that now does marketing. This is a company that has a system that when, for example, you want to know the guests, we're running from the aspect of people writing on books when a guest comes into the office.
Right.
And even at the gate, you have to write your name. We have come up with a system that somebody can just scan and then they key in the details and then that is taken into the system.
Right.
After that, if somebody wants to have an appointment with you, like here today, maybe somebody would come here and tell you, hey, Wuodanita, you have this. Maybe you have to leave what you're doing. Or somebody would have to call you or send you a message.
Right.
But today we are having a system at Changer Fusions where
right.
if somebody is coming to see you at the gate,
right.
you check that system, the only thing it does is keying in the details and then you get a notification from the system that so-and-so is here to see you, you had an appointment with him. If you just need to book an appointment, to accept the appointment, you accept it and the secretary lets them in.
Wow.
It doesn't have to bring, the hustle and tussle of somebody coming into the office, bothering you when you have meetings and everything.
Right.
So I think it's because of the vision that these guys have believed in me. And I also want to appreciate, should I call them my clients? The models.
Right.
Also the models in Coast Region.
Right.
I love those people so much.
Right.
Also the female models.
Right.
They've really been supporting.
Most of the female models, you love them so much. You love them. Wow. Oh, you love them.
The female models.
Most of the female models, you love them so much.
So much.
Okay. Stop overthinking. Redox, stop overthinking.
These are people who believed in me.
Right.
They believe in the vision that I have. They've supported me.
Right.
When you call them out and you tell them, hey, we have this initiative. How do we run about it? They're the first people to show up.
Right.
You see. So, the models, I wouldn't leave behind the male models, of course. They've also supported me. And it's a pleasure. And that is why I'm here, where I am today.
Right.
Of course, there are a lot of challenges that we also go through, but we pray that our challenges becomes our strength.
Wow.
Someday.
Interesting.
You're listening to Blue Radio, bringing the vibe.